Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of season 3 here in the Career Mode RTG. We dropped out of the playoffs in the last episode, but we're certainly hoping to have a much better month of December than we had in November. So fingers crossed we'll be getting ourselves into the playoffs and towards those top 2 automatic promotion spots again. We've Notts County twice in 2 competitions. We'll be playing Coventry, Luton and Oxford today. I want to get payback on Luton for that draw we got in yesterday's episode, so I will be playing that. So we'll play Coventry, as we say, Luton and Oxford, and then sim the rest. So we'll start off with a couple of simulated games and hope to get some decent results. Forest Green are certainly a side that we should look to be beating. How they found themselves in League One in the first place is beyond me. We did go 1-0 up very early on, but they equalised less than a minute later, so we can't get too carried away. Sabi's currently the league's top goal scorer, now with 12. So hopefully we can continue that run up for the remainder of the season. Peterborough have turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Oh no, sorry, that's Peterborough and Bradford and Portsmouth and Barnsley. My bad. They've had a man sent off, but we are able to take advantage as Sabi picks up his and our second and we get the win. Thank you, Sabi. Thank you very much indeed. We needed that. That certainly will help. Hopefully Peterborough lost and the gap to those automatic promotion spots will have lessened. Although, of course, any number of the sides above us could overtake Peterborough in that position and then the gap could remain just as big as it ever was. But we'll have to wait and see. Notts County home, we're going to simulate this. We'll rotate the side slightly though, so bear with me. Right then, FA Cup game against Notts County. We are at home. Not really too bothered about cup competitions at this stage of the save. We know we're not going to win them. And we're not overly fussed about going into the latter rounds because it's only going to affect our promotion campaigns. It's only really once we get to the Premier League that I'm really going to start taking cup competitions like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup seriously as genuine competitions to perform well in. Maris makes it 2-0 in the 69th minute and we will be going through though to the next round of the FA Cup. Halliday picks up a knock though, but thankfully he's not anywhere near our first team on a consistent basis, so it shouldn't affect us too badly. 3 emails, a couple of scout reports coming back. He's out for 6 weeks, Bradley Halliday. Adley, scout report back on him, 71 rated, £4 million valuation, but a release clause of 1.9 million. Okay, that certainly needs a little bit more investigation. And Nedim Bahrami, 71 rated, 4.3 million valuation, and more accurate, no release clause. He looks very good, actually. I like the look of him. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not sure at the minute. I do need to go and start a training module for our new potential young striker. If you missed him at the end of last episode, Benedict Monnier has come in from our scout in Nigeria. Potential of 80 to 94. So really hoping for quite a bit of potential from him. We'll have to wait and see how he grows over the next few seasons. But we're up into 4th now, just 2 points away from the automatic promotion spots. It's amazing how one game can turn everything on its head. Right, I'm going to go and train the youngster. And then we shall crack on with a game against Coventry next. And hopefully get another win. Penny down the line to Uno. Is Hill. As far as Garcia. We're not quite able to get the ball forward to Sabi. Connor Chaplin. A go-go. Lovely ball looking for Jones. Now we're in trouble. Oh, it's a great turn too. Jones meets off with a save. Wow, he tore Penny a new bum hole there. That was ridiculously good football from Coventry City. If they'd have taken a 1-0 lead there, I certainly could not have complained. We'll try and accelerate away with Sabi here. Not that back inside. Lennon just can't show the strength, unfortunately. Back there looking for Adams. Out wide to Jordi Hawula. It's good football from Coventry. They're working the wings well. Hawula with a delivery. Chaplin, good save by Mitov. Really odd save, but kept it out. He just he closed the man down. I didn't imagine him doing that and just lunged at it. Unorthodox, I think, is the word. Agogo will take the corner for Coventry. And they easily have been the best side so far in the opening 20 minutes. I am yet to really get up their end of the field, let alone have a chance on goal. Perella gets in the way of that. Wouldn't let me change player. Just let me sprint at it with Perella when he was never going to get there. Cheers, game. And Clark Harris wins the header and Mitov leaps away and just gets to it. Keeping us in this, Dimitar Mitov right now. Was he a long way towards the middle of his goal? Oh, it was just that good a header. What a stop. Corner to come in again then from a go-go. Will it be as bad as the last one? No. Oh, but Perella gets to it and clears it away. Clark Harris around the corner. Hiwula. They've been knocking on the door and it's finally opened for them. And, well, quite frankly, they deserve it. 1-0 Coventry City. Harris into Chaplin to a go-go. Out to Jones. Coventry are dominating me in this game. Brooks Lennon forward there to Suarez Garcia. Lovely footwork. Superb footwork. Brooks Lennon on the counter. Mason's quick, isn't he? Bloody hell, where the hell does he come from? Brooks Lennon. Can we find someone in the middle? Maybe. No. We did find someone, I guess. It just wasn't a Cambridge player. Corner from Suarez Garcia. Good whip. Win this, please, Sabi. He's done well. The header was off target, and Hyam will just hack it away. There to Hill. And Uno's on the run. And he's in behind. Take it in his stride. Well done. Find Sabi. Yes! I know crossing is the meta at the minute with a new patch. We haven't... I've purposefully tried not to abuse it too much. But Sabi, on a couple of occasions recently, has put in some very good headed goals. He's 14th of the league season so far. If we are to get promotion this year, it's going to be thanks to him putting the ball in the back of the net a number of times. Clark Harris to Chaplin again. Wide to Hiwula. It's the first time really they've gotten forward in the entirety of this second half, Coventry. They've been a completely polar opposite team to the one that played in the first half. We've had the majority of the football, although we haven't created nearly enough chances with the football. I brought Vargas on for Suarez Garcia, who's certainly disappointed of late, actually, in games that we've played. He may be getting the occasional goal in simulated games, keep that in, but he's not performing in the played games. Sabi's becoming very dominant in the air, and it's particularly pleasing to see. Vargas will turn well then. We'll use Oscar Hill first and then look for Sabi, and he's away now. Takes it in his stride well, and Emmanuel Sabi.
Got the ball back in his own penalty area, though.
If that was a legal challenge, it's one of the best I've ever seen. Sabi has 90 plus pace. Oh. And that lunges from so far back. Sabi's at full sprint, full tilt, and he's slid. Look how far away the ball is still from him. And he's still sliding, accelerating whilst sliding. Oh, it's the second man that comes across and takes the ball away. So surely then it's a foul by the number 15. That's an awkward one because it's the other defender that's taken the ball away. But has he only taken the ball away because Sabi's been chopped by Luke Hyam? You tell me in the comment section, should I have a penalty there? Maris. Just lay that in front of Howison. Back to George Maris. Here's Vargas. Sabi's around the corner. I need support to arrive though. Sabi's done brilliantly to hold on to possession there. Maris looking for a move, finds a move, goes down, and this time a penalty is given. Hamu off the bench, wins the spot kick. All I've got to do now is put it away. Penalties for me on FIFA aren't necessarily my strong point, as a number of you may well be aware. Brooks Lennon to take it. I'm not sure, 70 penalty accuracy for him. All right, Brooks Lennon to take it then. Brooks Lennon to make it Cambridge 2, Coventry 1. No! Have I got time to get this forward and have another opportunity? No. A 1-1 draw. The last 4 games I've played in a row have ended in a draw. 59% possession for Coventry there. I can't seem to win a game to save my life. Penalty saved. we're now 4 points again away from the automatic promotion spots. Help me, Lord. Monye, I'm just going to try and train him. I'm kind of thinking about maybe leaning quite heavily into Monye's training, because he and a couple of others are probably going to be better off being trained in their late 50s, early 60s than the majority of my other youngsters that are already in their early 70s or late 60s, early 70s. So I'm probably going to start training those guys more than Greg Taylor and David Abu. I tried to offer them another contract and you physically wouldn't let me, game. What are you telling me? I tried to offer them a new contract and it physically wouldn't let me. So how can I offer him a new deal? FIFA is really, really winding me up right now. Jordan Roster's 70 rated. That's decent, actually. Oh, he's on 18 grand a week at Rangers, though. It's going to be... It's not necessarily at the minute valuations that are going to kill me off. It's wages. There isn't the quality of player at the level we're currently at to really adequately improve the team. But at the same time, those players that I can afford their valuations, they're at bigger clubs. So I just quite simply can't afford their wages. It's a frustrating middle period in the save right now as we go from a lowly League 2 side and we get towards the upper echelons of the Football League and into, you know, top end of League 1 Championship levels where our finances haven't yet caught up. And at the minute, that's going to be our Achilles heel in a transfer market. Thankfully, we're still winning games in simulations. I can't win a game to save my life right now, but I certainly would like to batter Luton. So that's what I'm going to try and do now. Just before we head into the game against Luton, we have some fantastic news that Harrison has injured himself in that last game and he's out for 6 months. So, yeah, I am particularly short on defenders because Bradley Haddad is out for a little bit as well. So that sucks, but hopefully we shall be able to get ourselves decent results. These next couple of games are actually going to be quite taxing. So we're going to play Luton, simulate Bolton, and then play Oxford. And we've got 3 games in the space of 5 days. So it's going to be difficult on the legs. But again, we are within 2 points of the automatic promotion spots. Can we actually get into them this time, please?
Because it might just cost you dearly.
Maxwell,
Now this looks
out to
promising.
James. Looking to come down the line. I tried to block it, couldn't get there. Danny Hilton sweeps home. Luton have a 1-0 lead in the 12th minute. It's a great finish. We took the lead against them yesterday. They've returned the favour today. Again, playing their slick passing football that they did in the first game yesterday. And it's almost as if it's almost looked at the time as if it came off his standing foot. He shot that through his own leg. Cheers then, FIFA. Appreciate that. That's really kind of you. That should never have gone in. Luton 1, Cambridge 0. I better not lose to that goal. I'll be livid. Hill to Uno. Forward quickly to Suarez Garcia. He's arriving here. Sabi. Oh, Steck with a save. Nearly an instantaneous equaliser. Oh, not able to get to the header either. Play that forward and Sabi could win that header and he does so well, and we'll find Brooks Lennon on that right hand side. He's turned brilliantly and we'll look for Sabi again. He's got the pace to get to it. Was he onside? The answer is yes. We'll find a teammate. Yes. Can we score? I told him to turn around. He's facing the ball and I told him to turn behind him and spin, and he's turned the opposite way and run straight into the bloody defender. Not having much luck today. Didn't have much luck yesterday either. I really need my luck to turn, otherwise it's going to cost us a promotion fight here. I'd very much like it to do what I ask it to with the controller when I tell it to do it. That would be great, please. You are a video game at the end of the day. There's no point in having a controller if you're not actually going to do what I ask you to. help that on its way there to Brooks Lennon. He could equalise for us here. And has. Just off the post. He very nearly missed it, but it does find the back of the net. We are level. All right. I'll let my rage simmer down just a little bit. Off the inside the post, across the goalmouth into the far side netting. 1-1. Lennon, Hill, Suarez Garcia around the corner to Howison. Tries forward well. Sit past, pal. Lee, Collins. Oh, Mitov at full stretch. Thankfully didn't need to get anything on it as it was going wide. 2 minutes before half time. We were nearly behind again. That's a great header by the defender there up against Sabi. It's not very often he loses an aerial battle. Penny into Uno. Closed down quickly. Quickly there to Suarez Garcia looking for Uno. Is in behind. Maybe it'll be us that takes a 2-1 lead. Oh, and it will in some fashion. Uno! Wow! What a strike. That's one of the best finishes we've seen from him. Lovely through ball. Takes it in his stride and then lets fly. And that's bending away from the keeper the whole time. Perfect angle for the replay. It is spinning to that right-hand side and it just arcs away from the keeper. What a finish. I'm delighted with that. Cambridge 2, Luton 1. We've turned it around on its head. Yes! Panzu up wide to Harry Cornick. Chest set down to Dan Potts. Harry Cornick played in. Cross is good. Perella heads away. Still a little while left in the game. Thankfully, Brooks Lennon got the end of that, and that should be game, hopefully. You never know. Oh, Vargas, that was a really awkward take. But, oh, Sabi heavy touch. Got support. Vargas drops the shoulder. Go on, Rodrigo. Oh, good save by the keeper. Rodrigo nearly mirroring Uno's goal from the first half. We get the win. A, I wanted payback on Luton. B, I was desperate for a victory in a played game. We've done both in one. I still can't believe Danny Hilton's goal. He's kicked that through his standing leg. Oh, it hasn't cost us. Peterborough smacked MK Dons by 4-1, so the gap will still remain 2 points. But crucially, we are pulling away from a number of teams in the playoffs and outside the playoffs as well. 4 points now, the gap there to Bolton, who we actually have next. We'll simulate that, and then we've Oxford 2 days later. Should be okay to simulate this game against Bolton with the team as it is, and then I'll play with a weaker side or a rotated side against Oxford. This one being the home game, so I feel confident enough to be able to rotate slightly here. They're going to be tired too. You know, every team is going to have this run of fixtures now, and we've taken the lead through Sabi. And Suarez Garcia in a simulated game pops up. He took the penalty to score there, whereas I took the one with Brooks Lennon earlier on and missed it, as I always do. And Suarez Garcia again. Well, I think that answers my question, doesn't it? Suarez Garcia firing back at me. I mentioned that I might be looking to replace Vargas and Suarez Garcia. Suarez Garcia says, no, can I stay, please? I'm going to score you a couple of goals. Thank you, mate. Right, up next, a game against Oxford, where hopefully we can get another victory. Vargas. Here's Brooks Lennon. Out wide to Jaden Bogot. See the run being made by Vargas, so we'll play him in. Nice turn, and he's gotten away from the defender too. Vargas, oh, good save by Eastwood. It'll drop here to Brennan Dickinson. He'll drill it into the middle, and Vargas is there again, but he's missed the target. He tries ever so hard, Vargas, but this season it just hasn't been going for him. Harris, forward to Sabi. Let's play that through. It's rebounded very, very kindly for me. Still get it across here to Brennan Dickinson and whip the ball in. Vargas! No, it still won't go in for him. Rodrigo Vargas is one of the most unlucky strikers in front of goal. Poor guy. He was instrumental. Oh, what a terrible effort from Brannigan. Maybe it's a good maybe it's a good thing we didn't sign him. That was woeful. He reached for it and slice. He's still on my shortlist, but not necessarily putting himself in the shop window well there. Vargas was instrumental in our promotion season from League 2, but in League 1, he just hasn't been able to have the same impact. He's not been good enough for this level, unfortunately. So we will look to sell him next season. He still have a part to play between now and the end of the year, because I won't have enough money to adequately replace him in this upcoming January transfer window. Certainly looking to sign a new central midfielder at this stage, but Vargas's impact in the starting lineup is certainly going to be minimal between now and the end of the season, unless of course we get an injury, which is a possibility, but fingers crossed we won't. Corner for Oxford, Cameron Brannigan to take it. How's this delivery from a set piece? Not bad. I think it was Brooks Lennon that got on that. It was. It'll be another corner. Brannigan might go for a similar one. Similar power, different placement, same outcome. Cleared away by a defender. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Vargas intercepts well and breaks away well. I'll play it in front of Sabi so we can run onto it, but he's running out of stamina here. Teammates arriving though. There's Lennon. There's Vargas. Oh, he's tricked his way inside the box well, and again, just can't keep his shot down. Rodrigo, it's the same story with you every time. Great dribbling feet, no end product. Around the corner nicely to McMahon. Jamie Mackie played in. You can see on the bottom left just the state of their stamina as well. Everyone is struggling this time of the season in the Football League when there are so many games to be played and players don't necessarily have the stats to deal with it. Oh, drilled across and arriving off the bar. Oh, and Oscar Hill swings a leg and misses it. How we haven't scored in this game is beyond me. I really don't know. Not that, following on from the previous point, not that being in the lower leagues should affect players' stamina ratings, to be fair. Like, someone's physical fitness doesn't dictate their footballing ability. So why players in the lower leagues on FIFA have low stamina, I genuinely don't know. Because obviously, in real life, they run around for just as long. And they all get to that, Rodrigo. Like, just because they're lower rated overall doesn't mean they should have low stamina. They should have just as high stamina as the world's best. There's no reason whatsoever why they shouldn't have great physical attributes. Sabi, though, has great technical attributes, and he's rifled that into the corner. Thank you, Emmanuel. Cambridge 1, Oxford 0. Vargas's 16th goal? Sorry. Sabi's 16th goal. Not Vargas's 16th goal. He scored about 4. And none of them have been with me. They've all been in simulated games. Vargas. Oscar Hill is there. Out wide is Dickinson. Looking for Sabi. Sabi will get it to Vargas. He's in again here. Rodrigo. Oh, stunning save by Eastwood. He has had some good efforts, Rodrigo Vargas. 2 great saves in this game to deny him so far. And the post. Oh, Sabi can't get another effort there either. Harris to Sabi. Oh. Musinho steps in. Everyone dead on their feet right now, apart from the substitutes. Could be the difference here. Jamie Mackie into the middle, but why? I've pressed the button for him to clear the ball as it's bouncing towards him, and he slid tackled thin air, and the Oxford man's run into him on the floor and fallen over. What are you doing, Oscar? James Henry steps up for the penalty to equalise for Oxford. I think he's going to go bottom right. The answer is no, he goes bottom left. And Oxford have equalised. Great. Throw for Oxford. Anderson fakes and then gives it to the man short. Greg Taylor does well to win that. Sabi will be underneath this. Rises well to get it to a teammate. There's not long left in the game now. Not much stamina left for anyone to try and push and get the goal to win the game. Ziegler, though, looking to drive past the defender. Defender does brilliantly. And they'll clear it, but only as far as Ziegler again, who looks for Sabi and misplaces his pass, and that was the chance to win the game that I needed, and I've thwarted it. Lovely little 1-2. Costly down the left-hand side. Costly is the word of the moment for Oscar Hill, because it was his mistake. His attempted clearance. That means that Oxford will get themselves a point here at the Abbey Stadium. They don't deserve that at all, but a point they will get. a lesson to press B to clear and not to press X to clear, evidently. I cannot believe that that's happened. Everyone's happy. Uno wanted a rest in the last game because he didn't feel like he was up to it, so I gave him that rest. And we're moving now into the January transfer window. We've Wolves in the FA Cup in the 3rd round. A number of emails coming in. We shall quickly check those before the end of the episode. I think a couple of them might be scout reports, actually. Brennan Dickinson's future at the club. Okay. Dickinson wants to leave. We should get him off the books as he's costing us significant salaries. Please take the appropriate action of involving him in the first team or sell him on to another club. Well, I don't want to sell him on in this window. So I'd like to do that in the next window, if you don't mind. So for now, he's going to stay as is. Ewan Edwards has gone to Guangzhou Evergrande, though. So he's going to need to be replaced. But hopefully, that's what we're going to be able to do with that money raised. I'm tempted to give this another month. Because I'm still not sure. He's 18 and he's not that high rated. So the potential is going to be towards the very low end of that 77 to 94, isn't it? 77 to 94 for you as well. That's going to be dead. That's going to be dead. That's going to be dead. Oh my lord. 27 to 37 starting overall is probably the worst I've ever had. Africa hasn't been amazing for us so far with regards to potential new players, but it has offered up a decent striker and a decent cam. Samuel Bakare is going to be a no, although I believe the other youngster was also called Bakare, was he? But we called up, yes, Joshua Bakare. 66 rated now, so he's grown a little bit. 69 to 85 the potential. Passing could do a bit of improving, but so could his strength. I'm still not sure about kids like that. It's things like the really dead physicals that just completely kill them off. I am certainly going to have to start searching for physically strong players again. I'm just not getting enough decent potential players with regards to their physicals from these just loose criteria. I'm just sending them out saying, bring me anyone, and they're bringing me anyone, but not everyone they're bringing me is decent. Benedict Monnier, though, I am hopeful for, because I can train his sprint speed. I am training his sprint speed and his strength. Jumping's terrible, but Sabi's in there for the jumping, isn't he? So we have a decent budget at our disposal. About £3 million, about £15,000 wage budget-wise. On the shortlist, we have a number of players. Are we still waiting for scout reports on a couple? We're not. They've come back. Okay, I must have missed that. Oh, it was Jordan Roster, wasn't it? No, that did come back. I remember that coming back now. Brannigan's grown to 74 now. He was 72 when we looked at him. He's available on a free, Brannigan. But I kind of want someone in this window if I can. He would be incredible, though, if we could get him on a free. I'll use that as a last resort. Because I would like someone in this window. Adley's full scout. Oh, no, I had that anyway, didn't I? Did I have his full scout report? I can't remember. Full squad report? Scout report. Always trip over my words when it comes to scout reports and squad reports. He looks very good. Certainly at my price range, though. Adley. I mean, he's valued at 6 million. He's on 32.5 grand a week. They've offered him a new bloody contract. Minimum release clause of 1.9 million. I'm really tempted to activate that. 69 stand tackle, so he would be a good all-rounder. It's just those physicals. Just dead. Dead physicals. Oh, I don't know whether the technicals are going to be good enough to warrant going for it, though. Gibbs White is continuing to grow and continuing to get further and further out of my price range. Joe Aribo's grown by another 2. He was 70 rated when we first put him on the shortlist. Now he's 72. I think he's going to be the one that I go for. But we will make... Ryan Leonard's up to 70. We'll make the definitive decision in the next episode. Kubo's up to 72 as well. Plenty of decisions to be made. Difficult ones as well. Elliot Lee for the time being will go onto the subs bench. Running low on defenders as well with those injuries. Maybe I'll sign a centre mid and a centre back. I'm not sure yet. We'll wait and see. That'll happen tomorrow though. So for now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.